Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to do something summery and bright and fun and easy. Yay! I have been sent some polishes from Vettsy. This is from their new HEMA-free range, which is great because a lot of the time if people have reactions to gel, it's often the HEMA is the most common cause, so it's good that they have a HEMA-free range. And you can get 20% off anything at Vettsy using the link in the description and the code MISSJO. There's lots of codes in the description. Head over there, check them out, make sure you look at them before buying stuff because you could be saving some money. So first up, we had breath. You have to say it like that, breath, which was a nudie colour. And now we have verbena. What is verbena? I don't know. Is it a flower maybe? Is it a place? I don't know. And then we have this one, juicy, which is a very juicy lemon yellow, nice and bright. And then we have the brightest pink I've ever seen. Although it looks red on screen, which is really annoying, it's more the colour of where I've written crush. It's definitely more that colour, but it just doesn't look it on screen. I could try and change hues, but then, I don't know, it might make my hands green or something. So just trust me, it's pink. Just take my word for it. So we're going to do 2 coats of breath on 1, 2, 3 nails, 2 coats. And then we're going to do a set that is inspired by a set by... Wait, what? Did that make sense? A set that's inspired by a set by Nails by Dunja. I highly recommend you follow her. Her work is amazing. It's so neat. Hers were different colours to this, but we're going bright because it's a bit bolder for summer, and we'll add some other bits as well. So I've popped the 2 colours on, and then I'm using the bottle brush to blend them. So I'm going over into the pink a bit, then back towards the yellow, so left, right, to blend them. I'll wipe that brush before it goes back in the bottle, and that was fine for the first coat. And for the second coat, I'm going to show another technique if you don't like using the bottle brush. So we're going to pop our colours on, and then we're going to use this is a gel application brush, and we're going to dip half of it into the yellow and half into the pink, and then we're going to blend them together a bit on the palette so that this sort of loads the brush, so that below the top bristles you have product inside. It's loaded, ready to go. So we'll do that again, and then we're going to run down the center, and again we're going to move left a bit and then right a bit to take these colors into each other. And then if you do want to turn your brush over, you'll have to work backwards because obviously you've flipped which side the product's on. And it's not as easy to do on a person because their damn hands in the way. But on a pop, it's fine. I'm just going to jump in here and talk about today's sponsor, who is JEULIA Premium Artisan Jewellery. They have sponsored quite a few of my videos now, and I absolutely love their pieces. Each comes with a little booklet showing you some more of their lovely things and a discount code for your next purchase. Although we do have a discount code for them, and a gift bag, a sign that says stop and read this, which I never do. I'm going to use the gift bag this time because I'm going to gift this piece to my mumsy. So this is the box. It's got that nice smooth kind of, I don't know what material it is, but it feels nice. And then this is the necklace. This is called the Be Together Loops necklace, and it's tri-colored, so it has a gold, rose gold, and then silver. So you could wear it that way in the daytime if you don't want to be too fancy, and then in the evening switch it around and wear it with the blingy side showing, which is super duper sparkly, and I can never catch how sparkly these things are on camera. One of my favorite things about JEULIA is that they use ethically sourced materials, and unlike natural gemstones that are mined from the earth using big machines and explosives and things, their stones are developed by JEULIA to maintain an ethical standard to protect our environment. We like that. We like ethically responsible brands. If you have a look on the website, there's so many quirky things on there that I've not seen anywhere else. But then you've got all the classic things as well. Gorgeous engagement rings, necklaces, earrings, watches. Just, I highly recommend you go and have a look at their stuff. It really is gorgeous. And you can get $15 off your orders using the link in the description and the code MISSJO15. The O is a 0. Their prices are great, so that $15 will make a big difference. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Let's do some more nail stuff. But on a pop, it's fine. And you can do it on a person, but you just have to be careful as you get towards the cuticle, obviously. So we're going to cure that. And we did another one where the pink and yellow had swapped sides. And now we're taking, this brush is the Ultra Liner from Madame Glam, another place that I have a code for. And then we're going to add a sort of swirl on there and then some yellow. And then we're going to use this brush to blend them together. I didn't really follow a sort of, I didn't implement a specific technique for blending this together. At first it was like, okay, let's just go quickety quick, lickety split, side to side at the join line. Why is nothing happening? There we go. And then I tried just doing some sort of more intentional brush strokes like this. But I think the best thing to do is get a middle colour. So we're going to make an orange, and then I've wiped my brush there. And then we're going to work the orange into the pink and the orange into the yellow. But don't worry too much about streaks for this set. Streaks are fine. Streaks are welcome because we're going to paint over this section anyway. And unless you need a perfect ombre, sometimes I think it looks nice, a bit streaky. So, but I was enjoying myself. So instead of thinking, yep, that's blended enough, it's a bit streaky, cure it. Because I was just having so much fun, just faffing around like a fucking champion, then I ended up sort of working on it a bit more than was necessary, really. But the pink is swallowing or sort of drowning out the yellow a bit. So I'll go back in here and start working from the yellow into the pink. If you need to add more yellow, then do. Just have fun with it. If it's stressing you out, streaky is fine. If you're having a whale of a time, then just keep working on it. Just have fun. So we'll cure that, and then we're going to do 2 other nails with sections. So we've got a big nude bit and then some coloured bits to the side or as a swirl. So this one we're going to go straight down. I put far too much pink on this. I should have done, when you're doing an ombre, it's best to do the brighter, so in this case it would be the pink, the darker, brighter colour, to have a little bit less of that than the yellow or the whatever lighter colour is, because it will overpower it a bit. So I do end up adding more yellow in a sec to this. And I didn't even, it's not even like I just did the pink a bit too big. I did the pink so much bigger than the yellow. So we do have to add some more. And again, just using the brush to streak to get a middle colour, and then working on the middle to the colour either side of it. Yes. I had already recorded this voiceover last night after having several Aperol spritz, partying like it was 1951. But I listened back and it was just a bit nonsensical. I just had the giggles the whole time. And I know a lot of you enjoy the tipsy voiceovers, but it was just a bit too off topic. I was just talking about my day, whereas I should really be talking about the nails after all. So now we're going to do another curve pattern, but mostly at the top. And I've started with the yellow. Oh, because the pink at the top I think would look nicer, the sort of darker, in quotes, colour coming down into the lighter colour. So we'll add both of those and then we'll blend. I think I'll speed it up a bit because how many times do you want to watch the same thing, you know? But hopefully it will be helpful just to see that's what I'm doing. How is everybody? I hope everyone's okay. Come and say hello in the comments. Do you know what I think happened last night? I was just, because I see the same names in the comments all the time, which I really appreciate and I do recognise. And I just sort of forget that I'm putting this video out on the internet for anybody to see. And I just think I'm talking to you guys that I recognise, and I'm just sort of chatting and rambling on about a load of rubbish. And then I listened back and was like, we need to be a little bit more professional. Not much though, not too professional, come on. It's far too much effort. So that colour there, that middle colour, that orange, that sort of found its way out, arose quite nicely, and that was easy to work into the yellow and then again into the pink. But if the pink, see in a sec, the pink starts to, the second it starts to get a bit too close to the yellow, like that bit just there, I will wipe my brush maybe and then start yellow into pink. And then this is just more faffing. So we'll cure that. Oh, now we're going to faff some more. I thought the yellow got a bit drowned out. You want a bit that is just the pink and just the yellow, as opposed to the whole thing being a sort of mix of the two. So we'll cure that. And now we're going to do some zebra stripes. And I cannot stress enough, do not overthink this. I'm putting my brush to the nail, and then I'm pressing down a bit where the brush bends. That's where I'm putting a bit more pressure. So light, pressure, light. And it doesn't have to be straight lines. A bit of a wiggle will loan itself to this. So don't worry if you're a bit shaky like me. My hands are generally a bit shaky. Just a little bit of pressure. We're making some of them sort of upside down Y shapes or V's. So we'll do a line and then we'll pull it to the side a bit like that, and then from the center out to the other side, and just light pressure, then a bit more pressure, then light pressure. And any bits that look, that it's not supposed to look perfect thickness of all of them exactly the same, because it's animal print, so it's sort of an organic thing that we're doing. Not that anyone's going to confuse this with a real life zebra as you come walking towards them with your zebra print nails. Mind you, would anyone be running away scared from zebras? It's a zebra, not a crocodile. But any wiggles and things is fine, because it's au naturel. So just play around with the different weight of your lines. Light, press down, light as you lift off. But just short lines. So the whole light to press down to light again, it happens pretty quickly. It's only a short distance. And then on the yellow side, we're going to do leopard print, or is it cheetah print? I don't know. Which we're going to do little brackets, and we're going to do some the right way, like this. Oh no, we're going to put some dots next to one bracket, and then a couple of splodgy dots, not perfect dots. See that one? No, I needed to change that. It looked a bit like a smiley face. So some of them will be a bracket side by side facing each other, like brackets. And then others will be top and bottom, like a little burger bun. But this again, don't overthink it. Just pressure and curve and lift. Pressure as you curve and lift. Pressure, curve. Oh, another one with a bit of dots. And where we have some that are facing each other and some that are top and bottom, I like alternate those. If I do two that are facing each other, put a top and bottom one near it, so that it's not too uniform. So just press down as you curve your brush. That is all. And then I add some dots among it, because everything's better with dots. And I quite like a busy leopard print. Sometimes I think the busier, the better it looks. Just fool people into thinking it looks really great by having a shit ton on there. Because really they are just little squiggles. But we'll put a lot on there, fill all the gaps in with dots, and then cure. And then we're going to do the same thing on all the pink and yellow areas. I'm now just thinking, did I start saying something and forget and move on? Oh, I'm sorry if I did. Not that sorry, you know me. I'm all over the place when I'm doing voiceovers, just because it's a bit scary. Because someone's going to listen to this at some point. With these, I was going to do them all matte. And I do matte top everything. But I ended up painting just leave the coloured bits I end up shiny topping, but we'll get to that in a bit because we do need to matte top. Anyway, oh, so now we've got all our doodly bits on. We're taking some of the yellow and orange crystals. These are all of these are from Crystal Parade, which I do have a code for in the description. And this Macart rhinestone glue, which I have a code for in the description. And this is the Vettsy crystal picker upper. It has a little unscrewy bit, so I presume you can buy replacements. And the end is a really tiny dotting tool. This has quickly become my favourite crystal picker upper and tiny dotting tool, and it's really pretty. So we're going to add a yellow and then an orange either side. The set this was inspired by didn't have crystals on, but it's been so hot and sunny here. I was feeling like we needed just bright, happy blinginess. So we use the Macart rhinestone glue, which is called a glue, but it is a gel that needs curing, and it's a really good gem gel. And then we'll cure them in place. Yeah, it's been baking here, like so hot. I can feel my skin cooking, and I love it. I had some family over yesterday. My nieces were in the paddling pool. Oh, we're now matte topping everything. See, I wasn't sure about it, so I was just doing the nude bit. But then we do matte top everything, and it actually works out well for the next step. Yeah, my niece stole something off me. Well, she didn't steal it. She's not a thief. She just took a box that I was using as a shade box so I could watch tennis outside. And she was laughing at me as she walked away with it because I was like, no, I want that box. And she was facing me, walking backwards, therefore couldn't see behind her. And then bumped into the paddling pool and fell in the paddling pool. And by the shock, she sort of was a bit tearful, but she was fine and she laughed about it eventually. But that was a little lesson in karma for a 3-year-old. She was like, ha ha, and then tripped and fell in the pool. I am a good aunt. That was just fucking hilarious. So we've matte topped those, and now we're taking the art gel. I couldn't find the number 4 from Vettsy. This is really good for chroming. So instead of using, because normally you put chrome on a top coat maybe, but this takes chrome really well. So I have decanted some, and I'm using the detail brush to outline where the colour meets the nude bit. And then we're going to full cure. And because we've matte topped, oh look, the colour bit looks really nice in matte, doesn't it? Oh, I do end up shining it though, and I think I'm okay with that. So once we've added these lines, we'll cure them, and then we're going to take a little pot of gold chrome pigment, which is from Colourful July. This is it. I do have a code for them as well. If you're in the UK, it's colourful without a U, because they're crazy. So we'll add this with the little applicator, and we'll rub it all in. And because we've got matte top coat over it, over the background, we're going to shiny top down the line, and then we can wipe and get rid of all the just pigment dust. I don't think I dusted it off though, for some reason. I should have dusted it off first, which still would have left some dust there, but it's fine because we will wipe it off. But it just meant that my chromey bits were more, you know, if you don't rub it in properly, they look a bit speckly. But it's okay, they still look pretty. So having matte topped everything already, we can chrome without it sticking to anything else. If we'd have shiny topped and then did this, because chrome also sticks to shiny, then it would have just gone everywhere. Although again, when you top just the chrome line that we're doing now, you can wipe and it will remove the pigment dust. I am unsure how much sense that all made. I think enough. Let me know if it didn't. And now we're going to shiny top the coloured side, and we'll go over the gold bit again, just so it's all one sort of joint layer for the end. And we will also shiny top the full ombre print nails. Have I showed you both of them? They're the same, just mirrored. Which I did matte top one of them first, and then decided that I wanted to do those bits shiny just to make it a bit more summery. And I'm just feeling all bright and summery because it's sunny outside, which makes sense. Bloody love sunshine. Look out my window. The sea looks turquoise and delicious. Oh, it's so nice. Is it sunny where you are? I suppose in Australia you're heading to winter. I bet your winters are probably the same as our summers anyway. And this is the final set with the little gold lines and some crystals, and I really like it. What do you think? It's wild and easy. Don't describe a person like that though. Nails is fine. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know how you are. I like to hear from you. I'm going to try for another character nail on Wednesday. I might keep those for midweeks. So hopefully that will happen. These are the polishes I've got. Don't forget to check out Vettsy and their new HEMA free range and use the link and the code in the description. I appreciate you being here so much. I hope you're all having a lovely time, life, day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.